Just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome to the Setting the Tone podcast. Today is me and my man J Mac. We about to rock y'all again with this Bears content, this analysis of this game against the Ravens, where the Bears just look god awful. My God, it was just, you know what? For me, I don't know about you, J Mac, but for me, when the Bears lose, it's really hard to talk about it, man. It's really hard for me to talk about it, and I want to talk about it because I want to give my analysis, and I'm such a huge fan. But it'd be hard for me to talk about it because it's such a heartbreaker, and that's probably because I'm such a huge fan. I'd be taking it personal and shit like that. So the Bears did lose 30-16 to the Ravens, and we about to get into this game, man. What's going on with you, J Mac? How you feeling, man?
Nah, I feel just about just about the same as you do. Hard to talk about this L, especially when you expect a little bit more from the offense, and um, I don't know. You just it's hard to digest, especially when you expect more.
Facts.
And
So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just saying. So I mean, we already got PTSD from losing in the first place, and
That's facts.
we get on these little short winning streaks and stuff look good shortly. I mean, there's a lot to clean up within those 4 game winning streak, but man, you you just get a little bit ahead of yourself with the little winning streaks and try to get out of this PTSD from losing. That's all.
Speaking of streaks, this loss broke a few streaks. I mean, it broke our winning streak, broke our turnover streak,
Hmm.
and there was one other streak I had in my mind. I can't remember. I suppose I wrote it down and I didn't write it down, but it broke like 3 streaks of the Bears that coming into the game that we had going, and I was like, damn, we got to start all over from scratch with these streaks. Uh,
Yeah, winning streaks on the road.
and then it broke their losing streak,
Hmm.
the Ravens.
Yeah, too
In
many
the pro
streaks got broken in the wrong way.
Right. In the process of all of this, Derrick Henry passed up Chicago Bears legend Walter Payton in rushing
Yeah,
touchdowns on our clock. That's the
right
that's the
on
part
our
that's
watch.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, on
So I was
our
like,
watch.
damn. I mean, I knew Henry was gonna pass it eventually because he was just right there, but I didn't want it to
Not
happen while they
against
were playing
us.
the Bears. Yeah.
Not against us.
That was
And
just
you know what?
terrible.
I wasn't. I really wasn't even aware that he was that close
Yeah.
to passing Peyton. That he needed one touchdown to actually pass him. So, kudos to him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it came against us. You know, he is a power back. It was going to be tough to stop him. So, getting into the game,
Hmm.
um, we did pretty well as far as stopping him. He averaged less than 4 yards a carry, but again, offensively, we just I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to break down the offense real quick. I want to start off with the red zone. We struggled in the red zone. It's been plaguing us, this season,
Just to
and
even speaking on the red zone, man. Uh, we get down there the first 2 drives and we cannot convert these field goals into touchdowns. That's we can't do that. We can't get down there and I mean for the last 4 games we had 14 trips in the red zone and we only come away with 5 touchdowns.
right, right, and that's the problem. Like, what is going on in the red zone? Like, our offense stalls in the red zone. We'll have and especially yesterday's game where we had these scripted plays and everything was running smoothly until we hit the red zone. And we know defenses get tighter in the red zone, but where's the
Hmm.
script to combat that in the red zone? Like, to me, yesterday was a lot of the blame goes on Ben Johnson as far as his play calling, and the red zone is part of that play calling blame
True. And it also the players too. They got to execute, and
for sure.
the players are being called. You practice those plays. When you get down there in the red zone and 20-yard line, everything is condensed. So you got to scheme up something, or you
Yeah,
got
he's
to
got to
dial
scheme
up the
up
right
something because
plays.
it's going to happen. I mean, like you can blame the players for not executing, but if you give me a play that's not executable in this area, then
Right,
what am I supposed to
right,
do? You know?
exactly. And it's to me sometimes it's just I don't know, like that screenplay to DeAndre.
Hmm.
Some of those you just gotta finish. I mean, it shouldn't have. I just feel like that should have ended in a touchdown if he be a little bit more patient with his blockers, and if he would have cut it back toward the sideline, I thought there was a chance he could have scored. But he
Hmm.
turned it in, and he just to me he's just a little bit too impatient.
Okay.
It's just plays like that. You got to finish with a touchdown, and not 3 plays later and we barely get in the end zone.
Well, we
To
scored
me
on
that's
that
a
drive,
worry.
right? So,
Yeah, we
and
scored on it, but hell, it was like we barely got in the end zone. You,
I
you
can't
know,
really
it,
dog that particular incident because we scored. Whether we barely got in or not, we got in. But the ones where we were trying to run up the gut and we couldn't score, I don't like those. But
I mean,
so
the
go ahead.
the way I look at it, like um the 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 quarterback sneak.
Hmm.
Okay, you got that line up in the middle. He's a big boy. I think you should be able to push that across the line. And I I don't know. I'm just this offense just suck right now. It's just
Yeah,
middling. It's lagging. It's
and then we gotta talk about the other major drawback. Not so we've been plagued by red zone struggles this season, and the other major drawback, penalties. Penalties
yeah.
been
I
our
mean,
Achilles heel. It's stalled drives all season and it stalled drives yesterday.
well, I'm like I can like Ben Johnson say. I mean, any penalties that come after the play, I mean, we can deal with that. But before the play gets
The
started,
false start penalties
right,
gotta end now, man.
the pre-snap penalties and not lining up correctly, yeah, that's got to end. That's got to end.
We're in week
I
8,
can,
right? Yeah.
yeah, we in week 8 right now, and we even got a false start by Joe Tooney, and
Terrible.
I think that's his second penalty on the season. But I
So as a
mean,
lineman, I don't know. I was never a lineman, but I know you were. Do they like tell you guys watch the ball before it's snapped
on
before you take
defense,
off?
yeah,
Yeah.
on defense,
Before.
yeah,
What about on
but
offense?
on
Like before you.
offense, you got to know the snap count.
So either
It's,
you watching the ball, you know the snap count. You should never have a false start penalty. Is what I'm trying to get to.
nah, you shouldn't. But it's with the cadence, and you got to go when the ball is set to go. And I guess it's like the twitching, and when you get on the line and you give a little twitch, they finna call false start on you. So and you
Stop
just really
twitching,
got
nigga. No.
yeah, and you just got to really be disciplined on that line. That's all. And you just got
Yeah,
to
and
know the
that's
snap count.
that's the frustration for me as a fan when I see these false start penalties. Like, why isn't this team disciplined enough to to get this out the way? I mean, I think we lead the league in false start penalties. So
Yeah,
it's like, why can't we get this together? For me, this is on the players. Like earlier, I was saying the coaching was a problem as far as like calling plays, but the penalties, pre-snap penalties, that's totally on the players. You don't
it's got to be. I
Your
mean,
focus,
you
your
can't keep
discipline, your is just not there. It's
right,
frustrating as a fan watching. It's like we can't even get the drive going. We can't even get the play going because it's just
right.
bull.
Yeah, I mean, like we all say, they're drive killers, especially. I mean, they're putting you behind the sticks right away before you even get a chance to get a playoff. I mean, you 5, 10 yards behind the stick, so then you got to
Facts.
play catch up. And, and right now, we are offensively, we are not in a groove to play catch up, none at all. So we gotta be ahead of the sticks and
Yeah.
and not actually sticking with the run game. I mean, you gotta see what your offensive line can do. You gotta impose your will. You gotta see if you more physical than they are. You had less than what 20 runs yesterday,
Yeah. So
or
we had 23 carries yesterday as a team, and 3 of those were from Caleb. The other 20 were the running game.
yeah. So I
So
mean,
un,
that stick
unable
with
to
see if it
sustain the
works.
running game, Swift only had like 45 yards. That's crazy.
Right, 11 on what 11 carries.
11 carries.
Yeah, so you gotta feed him the ball a little bit more to so at least so he can establish a groove.
Facts.
And when you get behind in the sticks too much, you looking to throw the ball. And
So what
I
I
don't what the
noticed from Ben Johnson yesterday is when we receive the ball, he'll throw the ball on first and second down. But when we get in the red zone, he wants to run it on first and second. And we don't get any push. So now we on third down in the red zone and
you
we ain't
forced to
got
throw it
anywhere.
then.
Huh?
Right. You forced to throw it.
You're forced to throw it. Like, stop being so predictable, one. Two, take those same chances you did in the earlier in the drive that you do in the red zone.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
But when you got your plays dialed up from the first 15 the
Hmm.
scripted plays, you should have your red zone plays scripted as well. You should have some
You
scripted
should
down
have
there
a
for the
package
red
of,
zone.
well, I don't know how many, 5 or 6 red zone plays, depending on the situation, right?
Right, right, right. I don't know. It's something else that I noticed with the offense. We got all these weapons, man, and you can't just key in on a doomsday. I know that's your favorite
Can't.
target. You just can't just key in on them.
When you
And
when you
go
think
ahead.
about the play calling for Ben Johnson when he was in Detroit, the ball was spread around through Laporta, Amara, Jamo,
Right,
Gibbs. All of them got the ball. And
right.
it felt like a balance. I don't know. Maybe because I'm on the outside looking in, but for us, it doesn't feel like a balance at all.
No, no, no. Unfortunately, I think that's due to the quarterback play. And these quarterbacks they're gonna have their favorite targets,
Hmm. But
but
if Rome is always supposed to be your first read, this play is designed for him. Is that really on the second year quarterback?
no, that's on the play caller. Then it's
I
on the
don't know if
play
that's the
caller.
case. I'm just asking. Like,
I mean, because to me, Rome is the first read on. I don't know if he's the first read, but I know that's who Caleb's looking for.
right.
I
And
mean,
of course, this is us from the
eh,
outside looking in. It seems like that's the play is designed for Rome because he's getting the first look. You know, I don't know.
yeah,
I still
that
feel
that
like
I
DJ Moore deserves to be the first read on half of those, or more than half of those, in my opinion.
right. And again, when you got all those playmakers, you went out and got the playmakers you got, and then you went out and got two more playmakers.
Right.
At least scheme something open for them and feature them, at least on certain drives or, at least feature each. You got You got Burden,
Yeah, one
OZ,
target. Yeah.
right? It give everybody a target on the drive. You know what I mean?
The stable is full. It's too many. I think it's just too many targets, too many weapons, and that's crazy to say you have too many because injuries happen and players get taken away and stuff like that. Covered. But you got a coach, a first year head coach, and a second year quarterback who was his first year with the coach. They trying to feed everybody, and it's like if you could condense that down to four players, Rome, DJ, Colston, and Swift. That's a lot of ease. That's a lot easier to fulfill, in my opinion. Instead of now you gotta uh, also get the ball to Alameda, and then if when Cole Kmet's healthy, he's got to touch the ball, and Duvernay and Burden, all that. So it's just so
You
much, man.
you don't think that they can devise a scheme to where you can scheme up somebody each play when you got all those playmakers? Somebody can get a play each down. Okay, we finna feature OZ and Colston on this drive, or we finna feature DJ and Swift on this drive. I just think you got a lot of playmakers to where you can feature different players on each drive to where you can really switch up the game plan.
You probably could. You're probably right. That sounds good to me. Shit.
I mean, because you,
Yeah.
you shouldn't you shouldn't have to just focus on just one player when you got all these playmakers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my take on it. I'm
And
just a fan.
and then we came into the game. Another knock on us. We came into the game with four of our corners, our top four corners out. Jalen Johnson and Terrell been out all year, so that.
Right?
And then we lost Stevenson from last year, a week, and Kyler Gordon from last week. So we got top four corners out. So we playing with backups across the board. Then Dominique Robinson get hurt. Shamar
First play
Turner
of the
gets
game.
hurt. Luther Burden gets hurt. It's like they got the injury
Well,
plague going.
yeah, too bad. I mean, I guess we should be seeing Austin Booker. He should be activated.
Crossing my
He, they,
fingers.
well, they got until Tuesday to activate him.
Tomorrow,
So
is that right?
yeah, right.
Okay.
We got until Tuesday to activate him. I mean, I think we done talked, endlessly about, his potential on this line as far as providing a pass rush, but why haven't they activated him?
Yeah, that's the question. Is he still injured? Um,
He can't be injured. He's been a full participant in practice.
yeah, and
So,
then they'll switch him to limited or questionable and all that type of stuff. It's just crazy how I see him on the injury report. Oh, I thought he was
right,
full the other day. Now he's not.
right. And that just makes me think, is he, you know, is he part of the plan? Is he part of
Right.
Dennis Allen's plan? Or maybe they put him on IR so maybe he can gain some weight. You
They put
know,
him on IR for to keep the roster open for other players, and he's just really not a part of the plan.
right? Could be, but I like his pass rush potential, and even with that, I say put him on IR, see if he can gain some weight. Because Da like his ends a certain size and a certain weight, and I think he's alluded to that. Like earlier in the year that Austin
Hey,
Booker is a little light in the
so
ass.
we've been seeing his prototypes on the field, and we haven't been yielding any results. So go ahead and put the smaller Austin Booker out there and see what happens. Because what your
Yeah,
prototype look like ain't working right now. You know.
nope. Yeah, well, actually, he actually showed up on a stat sheet yesterday. Dio Dangbo, the second leading
But
tackler.
I'm just saying overall. Like, come on now. We not gonna pick out no little moment in time. That boy been invisible.
Yeah, well, we've been screaming. Well, I've been screaming for him to show up, to show
Yeah,
your
you
hand
have.
or something. I've been screaming. So, he did show up on the stat sheet. Uh, actually, the whole defensive line showed up on the stat sheet. They led the team in tackles. You know, what top three, top four
Well,
led the team in
Nashawn Wright led
tackles.
the team in tackles.
Right, but you got Dexter, Odangbo,
Sweat,
uh, right,
those
all
three.
in the top, right, all in the top five in tackles. So
Yeah,
when the last time have we seen that?
they just doing their job. They supposed to be. They
Right,
the first
and
line of defense.
how
You know
many
what I'm
times
saying?
have how many times have we complained about that? At least
Right,
them showing
right.
up in the run game.
Facts.
So besides them giving up them that run to the backup, the number three, that damn, we got beat by the number three backup. I mean, a number three quarterback on the roster. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
But
that is.
Tyler Huntley, they gave up a long run to him. They gave up a long run to Mitchell.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, the run game, they
Hey, but those runs were impactful to the game though. So
yeah, it was. But at the same time, we stopped King Henry.
yeah.
I mean, we stopped him from being a force to be reckoned with within the game, and
Well,
that was my big
I
hang
hope that
up.
was a game plan to stop him, considering he's a big mug. He's a house,
He's a big boy,
and everybody
so
know that's our weaknesses. So I hope that was the game plan to stop him. But they
right.
did let
And
Mitchell and Huntley get loose.
but I think everything defensively we played well. I mean, shit, we was in the game till what, the 8 minute
Till the
until Caleb threw the
till the
pick.
the turnover. Yeah.
Right, and that was the key play of the game right there, throwing that pick right there. That was the key play of the game because we can't give up a pick. We can't throw a pick that deep in our territory,
hmm
and they just turn around and score right away.
So what I saw was they it was a route that the corner jumped the route. I'm assuming he saw that play before from the Bears.
Yeah, and to me, I thought they had Rome double covered. They had
Mhm.
him bracketed, and that dude he jumped the route, and it was a late pass. He threw it. I thought Caleb threw it behind Rome.
Right, right.
You know, like we always talk about, you got to give him a runner's ball, so you got to
hmm
put that ball ahead of him. And shit, dude,
And I think a lot of I think every not just the coaching staff, but the players get some of the blame. Rome, not Rome. Caleb gets some of the blame for the game. Ben Johnson gets some blame for the play caller. I even think Dennis Allen gets some blame for some of his play calling. Um, and then we got the one punt that got called back that we got them deep in their territory. What was the
yeah,
penalty on that? I can't remember.
illegal procedure,
Yeah,
not lined
yeah,
up on the line of scrimmage.
that hurt. That hurt.
And when we lose like that, everything gets magnified,
hmm
and even penalties like that on the special teams. I've been critical. To me, I've been critical of the special teams return.
Yes,
We giving up too many yards on the returns
I agree.
on
I've been
special
critical of that
teams.
too. Yeah,
I think some of that shit need to we need to kill some of that. We're giving up too many yards. They get into the 35, 40-yard line. You might as well kick it out of bounds if we're going to be giving up that much return yards.
yeah.
Um,
So
I, unfortunately, I think Hightower might be out of here next season.
I was thinking the same thing, bro. I was thinking that during the game. To be honest with you, I was like,
Right.
"Oh yeah, he ain't gonna make it."
Yeah, I think he won't. I like him, but I don't think he's going to be returning next year.
Nah. Um, Ben Johnson gonna bring in his own special teams coordinator.
Yeah, well, he had a chance to interview him.
He did.
He brought Hightower back, so man, I was a fan of Hightower when he was Flus, because I when he was with Flus. And I thought he was the realest coach that we had at that moment because he kept shit real. Everybody else, they was like blowing fluff up our ass. But,
I guess
he
we're
was,
gonna find out what is available as far as a coordinator. Is it something out there that's a good coordinator for special teams, or is Hightower the best available? You know.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So
He,
go ahead.
no, I was just going to say he has worked under a few coaches. So
Yeah, he knows
we'll
his
see what's
job.
out there.
Yeah. So we spoke on a lot of the negatives, the cons of the game for the Bears, and there were a couple positives, some pros. Caleb threw for 285, although he didn't hurl it for a touchdown, but he threw for 285, and you know
It's unfortunately that some of those yards come in garbage time. That's
it was never
everybody's going to
garbage time.
talk
We had a
about.
chance to win, right?
No, not on that last drive.
How many
I
yards did he
mean,
throw for in that last drive?
because it was a big 40-some yarder to that one to DJ.
Uh huh.
That when he threw across field, that was what 40-some yards for there. Um,
You don't think they
yeah.
had a chance to win right
Oh hell
then?
no, hell no. The game was over. The game was over. I mean, they
Game
already
was
had
over.
30,
All right.
30-16, and something else on that last
The way we
drive.
came out the first.
How you miss DJ wide open in the back of the end zone?
It's the
You
last drive, man. It's garbage time. It don't matter. Ain't that what you
Yeah,
saying?
but I understand it's garbage time, but you can't say that in the interview at the end of the game that it's we need to be on the same page. There was nobody near DJ within damn near 10 yards and wide
Mhm.
open. You got to lay that on 'em. You can't just throw a fastball and
You ain't gotta lay it
uh,
on him if it's garbage time. It only gonna matter.
yeah, but you learn from that. You pick up from that. That's the way I look at it.
Mhm.
Got to learn from shit like that, and you can't. We struggling in the red zone anyway, so that could be a boost. We scored in the red zone. That
Right.
close, you got to
Right.
score. That wide open, got to score. Um, that's just the crust of it. Got to score.
Yeah, we dominated the first quarter. We barely let them get the ball. We had like what? We had like 125 yards in the first quarter. That was like, okay, we might do something this game. They can't slow us down. Then we get to the red zone.
Not if you get down there in the red zone and don't score.
Yeah, but what if we kick field goals the whole game and they offense can't do nothing because our defense is on point.
Okay, then that's different. But I mean, but they converted when they got down in the red zone.
But I'm saying in the first quarter they didn't convert anything. Is what I was talking about. The first how we outgained them in the first. So they barely
Now,
touched the ball because we dominated the time of possession. And I'm saying if we could still do that the whole game and just get three, 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 the whole game, dominate the time of possession, then we win the game going away.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you got a different outlook then, definitely. I mean, I don't discount that, but you got to finish the game.
Fact.
It's just the first quarter, and they made adjustments offensively, and was able to sustain some drives. And when they got down in the red zone, they converted into touchdowns and not field goals.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. I mean, we get down there and we stumble.
You can look at
We
it
got it
that way, or you can look at it when they got down to the red zone, they had the play calling and the execution. We get to the red zone, we didn't have that. Or you can look at
right.
it, they defense stopped our offense in the red zone. Our defense didn't stop their offense in the red zone. There's a couple ways you can look at
Yeah,
that.
you can look at it both ways, but we stumbled. Yeah, I don't know. You can't just drive down the field and just march freely, and then as soon as you get down there within the 20-yard line, you just fall apart.
No, I agree with that on our offense, but I'm talking about our defense. Our that would be if they can score in the red zone on our defense, then that says our defense ain't doing its part because they when we went down to the red zone and their defense did their part.
Well, I mean, if you look statistically, we trash on defense anyway. So
So we shouldn't rely on them to stop the other team in
nah,
the red zone.
nah, you shouldn't. I mean, just
That's terrible. That sounds like an excuse for the defense.
that's
They
just keeping it real. I mean, just look at our rank, look at where we're at statistically, and that tells you a lot.
know what tells me also, hey bro, what tells me also, if we can't get turnovers, we won't win because turnovers
Well,
been our
nope.
key to winning.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And even still, just think, even getting those turnovers and having a short field, we don't convert.
But every
And
game we got those turnovers, we won, right?
right, but I mean,
Just
and
saying,
again,
that's
just think if we don't get no turnovers,
we won't win like
we don't.
yesterday.
Yeah, we ain't winning, and so we even so that just puts you when you in the red zone, you have to convert. You just got to. You can't just settle for six all the time.
Right. But we got the two early red zones in the first quarter was before Baltimore could get even anything going on offense. So we don't know if we could get turnovers the rest of that game. I'm sure they still were thinking we can get turnovers. The game was still early because it was just the first quarter. So
Yeah, but again, as we all talk about now, as we all just noticing that we don't get no turnovers and the offense not moving the ball, we're screwed.
yeah,
We're screwed. And even when we do get turnovers and we give the offense a short field, we don't convert. We need to turn those into touchdowns and not field goals. We don't convert. And then just look at the last the 25 to 24 game.
hmm
We had four turnovers, good field position. You don't convert. That was against the Raiders, and who else did we win 25 or 24 against?
Saints.
Right. No,
Yeah.
the Saints was a little bit bigger. That was a
Oh,
bigger
yeah, I mean,
margin of victory.
was that the Commanders game?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
yeah, 25-24. Even, we won a turnover battle, but at the same time, we're not converting those turnovers into 7 points. We need seven, not three.
Yeah, I remember our other streak that was broken. It's when we start
What you
talking about
got?
those games. 21 points or more in every game.
Yeah,
That
okay.
streak was broken as well.
Yeah, for the whole season. Yeah, and there was plenty of opportunities to score points. There were plenty of opportunities to put points on the board, and more than 21. I mean,
Facts.
so where does that lay? Does that lay within the execution of the offense, execution of the plays? I mean, because Baltimore's defense wasn't all that great.
They
It
played
just
pretty good
wasn't.
yesterday. I had to give them some
They
some respect.
Yeah, they played pretty good, but it wasn't nothing to where you couldn't convert a few plays to where
hmm
I mean, only thing you
Roquan
gotta
was
do is
all over the field. You could tell he wanted that game.
yeah. I mean, but that's Roquan's game.
hmm
And the way I look at it, that's just his game. But we get I don't know. We left some plays out there, and I just think, with a couple of conversions, a couple of scores in the red zone, especially the red zone. I just keep going back to that. We
Yeah.
just
So that was on my list of key takeaways from the game. The Bears just lacked finishing power in the red zone. We couldn't.
yeah. It,
And
it it's it just still not. We still got to learn how to win. We still got to learn how to play winning football.
red zone finishing, penalties, um, quarterback accuracy, play calling, and situational in-game situations. Those were like the key takeaways for that loss. You know, we exposed us that we rely on the turnover to keep us in the game or to win us the game or to give us short field position.
And
Um,
this was a game we could have won. We could have won this game. I mean, we literally we could have won this game.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. So now we got to prepare
And
for the Cincinnati Bengals. We got to just address our discipline in that game, and we got to execute. Simple as that. That's
and
a team with another poor defense. They got beat by the Jets. They had a nice lead on the Jets, and the Jets came all the way back. And we gotta put the hammer down on them. Their defense is not good. Um,
okay, well, but we just faced a team whose defense
right. I
isn't
said another
isn't
team, but
good.
I said another team whose defense isn't good. So I'm addressing the Ravens, but also the Ravens played good defense last week. We saw them; their defense is gearing up. It's getting better. Um, we haven't seen the Bengals play good defense yet.
No, I don't know. It's just when you got just something that somebody always said, you got to beat the teams that's on your schedule. So you got to beat the teams that they put in front of you,
Right, right.
and
I don't,
and to an extent, I mean, without the turnovers, we really haven't beat.
that was my
I
whole
mean,
point of this. But
soundly.
that's my whole point of this. We're a turnover winning team. We win on because of the turnovers. That's what I've been saying the last 5-10 minutes. The turnovers is the reason why we win games. So we gotta generate takeaways. That's just the identity of this team. Run the ball, get takeaways, and when we gotta pass the ball, we gotta quick game. We gotta use the quick game. I
I don't know how that's gonna just play out playing the
mean,
Bengals, and
it played
they've
it
been
played out well against the other 4 teams previous.
they've
So
been putting up some, but the Bengals with Flacco, they've been putting up some points.
that's where our
Eh,
defense and our takeaways come in, right?
they ain't been giving up the ball though. I mean,
Because so takeaways is us taking the ball, not a turnover. So we've been taking the ball from most teams. I can think of one play where they turned it over. That was the drop on the handoff in the Commanders game. That was a turnover. All the other um, takeaways were takeaways. We took the ball away from the other team. Whether we knocked it loose, or we jumped the route and got the interception, or whatever. We took the ball. We got to be the aggressor. We got to take the ball away, not wait for turnovers. Because they're not going to
I
turn it
understand.
over. Flacco's
Right.
not going to turn it over. We got to take it.
I get what you're saying, but you to me in those instances you playing, I don't know, less caliber receivers, and
Right.
you
I mean,
you
ain't nobody
you
in the league Jamar Chase, but maybe Justin Jefferson. So
right.
everybody's a
You
less
got
caliber receiver. Yeah.
you got Chase and Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson on the
Well,
bench. So
no, I'm sorry, T Higgins. I'm thinking
Higgins.
about, yeah. You got Chase and T Higgins, and if Noah Fant play like he can, you got a three-headed monster out there for them, and they got Brown running the ball. Ugh, I don't know, and they playing at home, so I don't know. I'm just with the way our defense, we can be exploited. And I don't know.
The defense better get it together then. Get those takeaways.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Get the takeaways. Don't wait for Flacco to turn it over because he's not going to turn it over. Get the
Well,
takeaways.
each game is different. To me, I guess it all depends on the game plan, and uh, I don't know. I guess I'm having PTSD again, bro. I'm having PTSD again. I'm having flashbacks. Somebody got to stop me. I'm having flashbacks like we finna start this losing shit. Now, I just really
I'm
hope
looking at
not.
no offense stats this season. He ain't doing nothing, so I ain't worried about him. He ain't doing nothing.
Well, Flacco ain't well. How has he been doing since Flacco been there? And I know Chase been getting all the targets,
But there it is
but
then.
Chase. I think the last two games at least 40 targets.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I don't know. Flacco and them receivers right now, they kind of scaring me, and I really hope this defensive line keep up their play. And I want to see Montez Sweat keep his play up, and Billings, and hopefully we can get Grady Jarrett get loose again. I
Mhm.
like the pressure that he applied yesterday. He showed up. Um, and I'm just hopefully this defensive line can provide some relief to the back end, especially the secondary.
Hey man, you contradicting your thought on our defense. You just said our defense is crap. So I don't know why you
It
hoping they're gonna
is
be
it is crap, but
why
I'm
you
just
hoping they're
saying
gonna be something else. They already showed you all season they can't be nothing else.
I can still hope because they showed up last game. They showed up last game, and just I don't know. That's all we got because the back end is depleted.
The takeaways is the key to our defense. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Takeaways is the key to the defense because everything else on our defense we cannot rely on it. We can't rely on us stopping the run.
Nah,
We're gonna run. Teams gonna run up on us. We got to take the ball away. On our
well,
defense, that's the only thing that's saving us. We can't rely on the
yeah,
pass rush.
no. I mean, it
I'm just
has
being
been
honest.
showing
I'm
up
just
the
being
past
honest.
couple.
That's the only thing.
It,
That's the only positive I've seen consistently this season is taking the ball away. The run defense is trash. The pass rush is trash. We got to take the ball away if we want to win the game. The
well,
defense
we
got to do.
don't.
That's their part of the game to do. Take the ball away so we can get an offensive short field. We can score points, or take the ball away and give us a pick six. I'll take that.
But the offense needs to score when we get that short field.
Hey, we had a 4-game winning streak with the takeaways from the defense, and the offense was putting points up. We just said they had 4 straight games, a whole season, 21 plus points. So the offense is what before yesterday. I think they were ranked number 10 in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. That's pretty good offense.
No,
So
we
we might
had
be a little too hard on them.
nah. Fuck that. I got PTSD, man. I need these W's to keep forming.
Uh-huh.
I'm still hungry over here.
Nah, I
I'm
feel you
still
though.
hungry for some more. But
You be
yeah.
telling me to be patient in the chat, man. I don't see it happening over here in this podcast.
Nah, not right now, not right now. But I'm just saying that because I just especially I was looking for the offense to take off to
What
make another step,
what I tell you in the
especially
chat? I'm a
yesterday.
Bears fan. When you told me to be patient,
Yeah, yeah, we are. Yeah, we all are around this motherfucker. We got to be patient, and we gotta.
PTSD running through
It's
all of us.
bad. It is bad. I just think I mean, we know we know the problem,
Hmm.
and it's just on the players to actually step up and actually fix it. And we still got a ways to go.
So yeah, and I see a lot of Bears fans jumping out the window on Caleb and on the team period, and I'm like, pump the brakes for Caleb and Ben Johnson. These two are new together. One, Ben Johnson is a freshly minted head coach, first season. Caleb is his second season. He's still developing. People want a finished product immediately. He's still developing. And you want to compare him to other quarterbacks, and some quarterbacks develop a little bit faster and some don't. And we got to also include the complexity of Ben Johnson offense. Every second year quarterback or rookie quarterback is not running this offense. So it takes time, and we just got to deal with it and use patience, which we don't have.
No, and at the same time, um, everybody when they just because they critique Caleb, I mean, it goes with the territory. You have to accept it. I mean, we're not all. He's not gonna. No, he's not a finished product. But at the same time, we still need better quarterback play from the number one pick.
Hmm.
You know,
You know what I noticed yesterday? So I was watching the game, and I don't know the commentator's name, the analyst's name, and the way he was critiquing the Bears was totally different from how Troy Aikman was critiquing the Bears. He wasn't slandering them. He wasn't going like um, overboard to talk bad about them or Caleb or anything. He was honest on both sides, and he didn't have to go too far to try to make them look bad. That's the difference I noticed, and that's what I thought about Troy. I thought he was going too far with it. Like, damn, dog, you digging deep.
Well, I think with Troy, he relied more on his meeting with Ben Johnson. He's feeding into what Ben Johnson was telling him I guess, in a production meeting, because it's like he's repeating his words verbatim what Ben Johnson is looking for. I mean, even though he was being a little bit more critical, at the same time, he's still relaying what
Yeah,
Ben Johnson would like to see out of his offense and out of his quarterback.
yeah.
It was
It
just
just
he was
seemed
just
but
more critical.
don't they have production meetings with every every week with the TV team? So the other guy was like his critique was fair. It wasn't overboard. Is all I'm saying.
No, it was either Jim Nance or JJ Watt. It was one of them two.
It was a fair
That
critique. It wasn't overboard. Is all I'm saying. That's all. That's all
oh
I'm saying.
yeah, I mean you got
Troy
a
was
lot of
overboard. I
TV.
like dog, huh?
You got a lot of TV analysts out there that got favorites. And shit, just listen to Chris Collinsworth. Man,
Yeah,
that
facts,
dude hurts my ears.
facts. You're
And
absolutely right. Certain people I turn the volume off of.
right,
I
and
mute the
what
TV. So
that's one of them motherfuckers that I would like to mute, but I gotta hear something. But I know I do not like listening to Chris Collinsworth. None at all. That dude sucks ass.
absolutely.
I I can't do that dude. But sometimes they're critiquing, especially when it comes to the quarterback, critiquing other quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They just see things, they see the game different than like your typical linebacker trying to do commentary, or your defensive end that's trying to do commentary, or a receiver. The quarterback, they just see the game different. I mean, just look at how Romo calls the game,
Hmm.
compared to, Brady, and then Troy. You know, they all, even shit, Kurt Warner, they all call the games different. They call it from a
And there's
quarterback's
nothing wrong
perspective.
with being different because we're all individuals. We see it differently. I just thought that it was just overboard. That's all I'm saying. It was just overboard. It was over the top. Like
It
it was
it could
obvious
be.
that he had a bone to pick with Caleb and the Bears. That's all.
And probably because Caleb blew off the production meeting himself.
Yeah.
that
Get
that
over it.
could
Don't
be
be
it.
Troy Aikman sound like a diva. I would be just like, get over it. Caleb didn't do the production meeting. Get over it. Move on with your
No,
life. Don't be a
a
diva.
man like, no, I'm Troy
I'm
fucking
Troy
Aikman.
fucking Aikman. Three Super
Right, you don't
Bowls.
you don't blow off my production meeting.
Yeah, that's all it was. He took his shit too personal. He took it too personal.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's it. But anyway, what you got anything you want to add to the end of the show? I'm
Nah, man, I just hope we go out here and I think offensively, I think we need to redeem ourselves. I think we need to show up and have a good, solid game offensively. I think we need to put some of the notions to bed that we can't sustain a whole game offensively, where we can control the clock, run the game, passing game, all games, all phases of the game offensively. I think we need to control, especially in this game, when we can have the advantage offensively and control the clock over a bad a defensive team like the Bengals.
mhm. So
And keep
Bengals a bad defensive team. The Bears a bad defensive team. it's going to be an offensive game.
I hope so. I hope so. I really do.
We don't have
And
we don't have our 3 starting corners, so we can't rely on the turnover. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We turnovers shouldn't be in our. It's our key to win, but I don't know if we can get them.
yeah, we're gonna be playing a lot of zone, So
Is that a Dennis Allen thing, zone?
it's gonna have to be because our top, our corners that's our top man corners. They all out.
Yeah,
They all out.
fact.
So we're gonna be playing zone, and I'm looking for some call ups. See what we got out there in the DB world. We need some. We
That's
need
also
we
true.
need we need some corners. We need some corners. But on that note, man, y'all hit that like and subscribe out there for some extra bear content. Y'all check my boy Tone out for the weekly NFL pick'ems on Wednesday. And let's go out here and let's go get a bear victory next Sunday.
Yes, sir. All right, all right, good people. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for checking us out. And J Mac, I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, brother. Thanks
Yes,
for having
sir.
me.